Video on how to use Google Drawings to create something for our laser cutter to interpret and cut, and then for you to assemble. Today we're going to be starting off very simple with a luggage tag. I know that sounds simple, but it's going to be teaching you some really good premises that you need to know for using Google Drawings. So, first thing we need to do is pick a shape. I'm going to pick, find something interesting here. This one might look good. So I'm going to draw out this shape here, and I'm going to make mine about, say 3.5 inches long. You can test to see the size of the shape by clicking on it to move it. And then you'll notice up on the ruler there, you're going to see these blue lines. From there, I can see that it's about a little less than 3.5. I'm okay with that. It's good for now. First, we need to remove the inside color here, so we're going to make that transparent. And then we need to make our line a separate color. And the reason we need to make our line a separate color is the way the laser cutter interprets different objects is based off of different colors. So we need to make sure we're using deep, kind of heavy colors, nothing too light. And for our cut line, let's go ahead, we'll keep it at black for our cut lines, and then our engraving lines will make a different color there. All right, so I have this set up. Now, any good luggage holder, or bag tag, I should say, has a little hole in the center of it. And if I move it up like that, you saw that red line kicks into place right there. I'm going to get that a little closer to the edge, like that. And I know that's centered. Now I need to again remove the inside of that, and since that's going to need to be cut out as well, I need to make sure that is a black line. So make sure that's a black line. Great. Next step is going to be adding our text. So I'm going to add my text right here. I'll do Mr. That's right. Now you all know my first name is William. Crazy. And you don't get to know my address. Instead, I'll be using the school address. So you can see, because that went to a different size, what I need to do is make my text box a little larger. And we can play around with how that sits in there, like that. That looks good. And then I can go next line. And then what is this? 63122, I believe. I think that's a zip code. We're going to say that's a zip code of Kirkland. All right, so now I have this really nice looking text ready to go, but the problem is I still have that set as black. So what I'm going to first want to do, I'm going to want to bold everything, because this is going to be something that gets engraved on here. And then let's go ahead and make this a different color. By selecting that. Let's make that a blue color right there. So that blue color is going to have the program interpret that this is a separate object instead of our cutting object right there. Then maybe I want to add a nice little flare. Maybe let's go ahead and add a dash line in there, because why not? And let's see what I can do there. Oh, not exactly what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Control Z. I screwed up too much. So Control Z to undo all of that. And then let's go here and then maybe add our line. I'll add a nice dashed line. Maybe like that. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see what I can get done. Ooh, better yet, let's add an arrow, because arrows are cool. Okay. So now I have this arrow set up underneath my name, going like that, and I'm going to want this to be really heavy engraved. So again, I'm going to be setting a different color. Let's go ahead and make this, I'm going to make this a yellow, makes it easier to interpret. And I'm going to leave, ooh, I don't know if I want to do that. Let's do, and then I'm going to set the line around it as green. The reason for that is I can play around and see if I can get this to do what's called scoring. So it does a deeper cut, but it doesn't cut all the way through. Now that I have this set up, what I'll do is go File and Download, and I'm going to download this as an SVG. Once I have that ready, I'll go into my Glowforge. That's the name of our laser cutter. You will receive a link to Glowforge 2, so make sure you're checking an email for that to be able to get logged in to Glowforge. If not, I'll create a generic one that everyone can use. And then when I'm ready to start this, I'll just go ahead and drop this into place here. And it's going to process my design. All right, so it's processed my design, and it's asking for me to do some things. However, I notice a big issue here is it set up this entire box to come in, and I don't want that, so I need to click here. I'm going to tell it to ignore the box. Let's see, can I delete this? Nope. All right, so instead what I'm going to need to do is go back here, I believe grabbing a PDF. Now, what's interesting about this is sometimes SVG works. It's supposed to really interpret SVG well. Sometimes it doesn't. If that's the case, just go back, grab it as a PDF. It'll take a minute. There we go. So now we can see I have this here, and I'm going to need to first go up here and select medium. We'll do medium maple plywood, because that's what we're cutting on. You can see I have all of these settings here, and it actually interpreted certain things that I wanted. So it knows this is an engraving, it knows the outside is a cut, but I want to change this to that score, like that. And then what I can do is when I'm ready, I think I have this all good. Maybe I want to resize it so it's a little larger, maybe it's a little smaller. You want to keep it really, though, within that like 3-inch range there. Easy thing to do, gets it all ready, and then once the Glowforge is online, you click print. I'll send it over, you walk over and hit the glowing button, and that's it. Takes maybe 5 minutes. All right, thanks for watching.